Hello guys, and welcome to a brand new series. This series will be called the Worst Car Championship, and as some of you may have realised by the main top picture and as I scroll through these drivers, we are on the 2014 setup, and there is a reason for this. It's so I can be this little legend, Jules Bianchi. And setting the difficulty was a difficult one. I was looking at legend, but then we'd be stuck at the back. So if we go a little bit less expert, we would then sort of be able to get in the midfield, have a few battles and things like that, which would then be really good for the series. Else if you're at the back, it's going to be really boring. It's a short little sprint mode, one shot qualifying. Don't think we'll have any practice. No, we won't have any practice. So yeah, we are ready to go.
Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly. We'll soon learn the true performance of these cars out.
Right, so it'll be simple. With tyres, we'll go for the fastest, which will be the option tyre. Now setup. Shall we load a setup? This is the first race, I sort of want to see where we are, so let's go with no setup. And qualifying should be interesting. Should be really interesting to see where we actually are in the pack. Obviously we'll be slower, especially than the Williams look. A bit cautious into there. I was really found that I struggled with the car, like confidence. Obviously with it being a Marussia, it's just a really difficult car to control, which you'll see in this qualifying lap. First time with this car. First time with a sort of car that's below sort of Force India pace. So it was a difficult car to handle. There was no confidence in the corners. There was a lot of understeer. Because there was very little power, there was no oversteer, but a lot of understeer. Look at that. 9 tenths down on Hamilton, so we slowly dropped down. The team want me to finish 18th, which is actually probably a fair perspective. It's sort of the top of the sort of bottom two teams of Marussia and Caterham. So now still 13th, 14th. It's slowly getting lower. I think it's just because it's on this straight. We've got no straight line speed. Cutting that corner so badly. But you know, and then understeer, just the understeer through there. Just went up to 13th then and then dropped back to 14th. We come through. I love this section. I do love it. It's a couple of few 90-degree corners, which is nice. Let's see if we can make up some time on the people that are above us. Still 14th. Look, we come up to the last couple of corners, last bit of section. I think we will need a setup there in the next couple of races, because else this is going to get it's going to get predictable that we'll end up sort of at the same place. So if we can move up by using a setup, then that will be amazing. So I think it was 14th we ended up. We stayed in the same place, I think.
It's been a mighty
Hamilton on pole. Let's see a few names I didn't see. Didn't actually bother looking. I just sort of wanted to just sort of line up on the grid and then see where we got. Right, it's race time then. It's race time at the Australian Grand Prix. First race of the season, and it's a track I like. Here's a track I like. The next two tracks, I think it was slightly different than the 2014 season. I don't like very much. You have sort of China, Malaysia, and Bahrain, and they sort of swap around a bit. I like Bahrain, that's alright, but yeah. Finish 11th, that's ambitious. Finish with P14, they want me to finish 11th. Sorry, phone on, that's not very professional. So coming up into the first corner, we'll have a few of them at the inside, only Verne, and then, yeah, we sort of got pushed out wide and then hit from behind by Romain Grosjean. Got absolutely poleaxed by Romain Grosjean for no reason. We didn't even going that slowly. Just that Verne pushed us wide and we ran out at the inside here. That was a good underbraking. No lockups, beautiful. Crash into Perez. It was going really slowly around there. I think it was Magnussen having that. But again, we're up a place, bit of understeer again. I've got to be careful of that rich mix though. Do have to be careful of it, because else it might end up. I don't think the Marussia's good on its fuel, so we've got to be careful on that one. But we're looking good here. Looking good. P11 will be good, but he'll be just outside the points, which will be really annoying. However, it is nice to see a McLaren. higher than sort of 15. So behind Magnussen here, who has only just come back into the sport, despite having a year out, sort of being test driver for McLaren. Love the look of that McLaren. I do love the look of it. And we're up into 11th on a qualifying spot. We're up the inside of Button and Hulkenberg here. Got both of them, but is Button going to fight us back? Of course he is. We're going to have him at the inside. Are we going to have him? We have got Jenson Button. We've got him up the inside. We're behind the front runners here. Raikkonen and Alonso and Massa and all that. And the two Red Bulls of Vettel and Ricciardo are just ahead. So let's see if we can't push on here. I don't think we will be able to though. But Button, look how fast Button is on the straight line. It's Mercedes power this season, I think. We've got the inside, I think we crashed into Button. Yeah, Button's gone. No, I love Jenson Button. No, ruined his race here. Ruined his race. Just didn't see him at the inside. He made a late dive bomb because he wasn't there. And that's his race gone. It was like Rosberg in the first race of the season in my normal offline sprint mode championship. And this hasn't got any better in this, worst car championship. Really engineer, really want to overtake Kimi Raikkonen in the Ferrari when we're in a Marussia. Come on. I will say though, if you look at the fuel, it's gone up to optimal. That's amazing to see. These sprint modes, they do allow good fuel mixture. You just seem to be able to get up there. It's beautiful. You don't seem to run out of fuel. I don't know why, because in normal races the fuel runs out. It's a little bit weird. Anyway, go to the end of this second lap. We haven't really lost or gained any time on Raikkonen. We've maybe lost a little bit on Raikkonen, and that's to be expected. But Hulkenberg's still a little way back. Let's see if we can't cross over the fast lap. The race 1:28.994 just in. It's gone up twice for no reason. Let's see, what's our lap time? 1:28? No, it's 1:31. So we're about 2 seconds off the pace, which is about to be expected in a Marussia. It's not too bad though. A lot higher than our teammate, which actually is on experts. It's on experts, so we're probably much faster than our teammate. I want to see our teammate's fastest lap time did. See if we get to see it. It's going to end up breaking up. Fine in the feel of this car, but it will be better with a setup. If you notice in the last two videos I've done with the offline sprint mode that I have a setup for each track. It sort of gives you a basic setup and then you can tune it for each car. But obviously there's no practice, so it's a setup probably for a Mercedes rather than a Marussia. So we're actually eking out time on Hulkenberg and just losing a bit on Raikkonen, so we're looking good here. Because Raikkonen's losing it, gaining a bit on us, but we're gaining a bit on Hulkenberg, so that's awesome. Let's see how we are through here. Yeah, that's a good exit. We're just inside it, and then the understeer around that corner. Just struggling with it. Hulkenberg's getting a lot on us on that second he gained on there. As we come to the end of this race, it's looking really positive actually for the rest of the season. In fact, we are sort of in the points without a setup. However, Malaysia and China will be different races. Bahrain might be an alright one. Bahrain we might be okay. It's Hamilton's race winner actually. I thought Rosberg would be the fact he had the fastest lap. And as we come through, Hulkenberg gained a bit of time on us actually in that last lap.
He's one of the best drivers.
But yeah, look at that. From P14 up to P9. Look, it's awesome to see. It's really good. Is there really any movers apart from us? No, not really. Beautiful to see. And obviously the points are going to be the same. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. And yeah, let's see if we can't get better results in the future. So yeah, if you like that video, then hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and see you next time.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true.